Alright, hello everyone. Today is Monday evening, June 14th, 2010. It's been a little while, probably a bit too long since my last update, but there's been a lot of other things going on. My wife's got me on other projects, so a lot of that ends up taking up a little bit of my time. But just to kind of give you a quick rundown here what we got going, there's been a few changes since my last update. As you can see, my okra is kind of taken off. I've transplanted some of this into a bigger pot, such as these two plants here. I actually bought these plants from, I think it was Lowe's or Home Depot, one of the two. And they've been doing really well. In fact, I got an okra here that's going to be ready to pick in a couple days. You can look at it here. There's one right there. That's about 3 inches right now. About the length of my index finger, so I'm going to give it another day or two, get it into that 4 to 6 inch category. And I got a few more starting there too. There's another one right next to it starting, and there's a few more pods getting ready to bloom. And this one's got a few blooms getting ready to take off as well, if I can get in there. You can see in there, there's a few more getting ready to take off. These are the ones I started from seeds. They haven't been doing very well. I mean, they've been kind of slowly coming along. They were in a potted box before, just as these two were. But I went ahead and moved them into this bigger pot, so there's 3 seedlings in there. The 2 back ones weren't doing very well at all, and this one up front here was doing fairly decent. And so far, since I put them in this bigger pot, they've been starting to do a lot better. All of my cucumbers were relocated into larger plants. These 4 cucumber plants I'm getting ready to talk about all started from seeds that I planted, and they've been really taking off. I don't have too many cucumbers coming off of it yet. I got to double check and see if it's a bit too early on the season or what. But the plants are doing really well. It's just the seeds are not, or the cucumbers themselves aren't really coming in. Here's the strawberry plants that I started. The reddish stuff is some chili powder. I read that helps with ants, and I'll tell you what, as soon as I sprinkle some chili powder on there, not only did it get rid of the ants, it also has gotten rid of a few of the Japanese beetles that are starting to take effect. If you can, that'll focus, you can see some holes starting there. They just showed up last night, so I'm going to have to try to find something to control some Japanese beetles. Over here, this empty part, this is where the okra plants were. I can't talk today. So they're gone now. But the Topsy Turvy is doing very well. We've picked a handful of strawberries off of it, and it's still growing. There's one starting to turn, and there's another one. I don't know if there's any real red ones on here. My cucumber plant's got a hold of one of the branches down here. You gotta tangle him. I have some stuff for them to climb on, but haven't had a chance to put it up yet. There's a kind of an ugly one there. Pick that one probably. Yeah, that's got to get picked off and tossed. Do that real quick. The strawberry Topsy Turvy has been really growing well. It's certainly taken off. We've gotten a handful of strawberries off of it. It's nothing spectacular. I'd probably say 2 or 3 every couple days. And they're good strawberries. They're not real big, but then again, I'm not putting any kind of Miracle Grow. I'm just putting some regular plant food in the water every couple days. Yeah, I'm not putting anything like Miracle Grow or anything like that. So the only Miracle Grow these things are getting is out of the soil. But they're doing well. The plants aren't, they're staying out in at least 8 hours of sun every day, and been watering them, if not every day, about every other day. The other cucumber plant, this was my pickling cucumber. This one's actually starting to bring out some cucumbers. Again, the red powder you see is some chili powder. trying to keep some of the ants away. And I'll tell you what, as soon as I sprinkled that on there, there was an ant on that one leaf there, and he took off running. Hopefully it won't make my cucumbers too spicy. But over here, if you look, there's a pickling cucumber coming in now, right there. There's a couple of them on here actually. There's that one. There's another one back there. There's a few on this plant, I believe. But this one's doing really well too. Over here, my radishes, I've been picking those out. Getting a handful of them every now and then. A lot of them weren't growing very well. I have to learn when I plant radishes to make sure that the plants don't get doused with water, too much heavy water, or else they start planting sideways. And only a few of them would grow into a good sphere shape. Otherwise, they kind of get long and not really good looking. In fact, if you look at this one here, this one's going to do it. It's kind of leaning to the side, and the good red round part is not going to develop. It's just going to keep doing this. And but some of the ones I've gotten out of here were pretty decent. First one I got out, I didn't care for at all. It was kind of bitter. But as I started pulling more and more out, they got better. There were some green beans there. They didn't do anything, so I just pulled them. You may be wondering about my zucchini and squash and watermelon and cantaloupe. They had to get moved, so I will be heading out there in a second. But they were getting a bit too big for the deck, so they really outgrew, especially that zucchini. So I'll head out there in a second. So coming back to it, here we have the cantaloupe. No, lots of flowers. It's been growing really well, but no fruit. Don't know what, if anything, I'm doing wrong. Maybe it's just a bit too early for it, but no fruit as of yet. The zucchini, on the other hand, we have quite a few coming in. There's one here, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total that I'm seeing there. Zucchini coming in. They're coming in. I'm sorry, squash. Oh, I apologize. It's squash. The zucchini are over here. This plant has gotten to be monstrous. I mean, my goodness gracious. This thing is gigantic. That leaf kills me. The thing is huge. But if you get up underneath here, you can see there's one slowly coming in, but there's some really good ones that are starting to come in. Here's this one. About maybe 4 or 5 inches. There's another one over there. Probably about 3 so far. Look like give them about another week or so, they'll be ready to pick. And over here, last but not least, is my watermelon. The watermelon, again, like the cantaloupe, has been growing really well. But I have evidence here that it's doing something here. Looks like my first little baby watermelon. No bigger than the size of my fingernail, but we'll see. They're just a iceberg watermelon, so they're not going to grow but too big. But yeah, it's the only one I found on this plant. Otherwise, it's not doing a heck of a lot. Please ignore the ugly perennial garden here. We had this a couple years ago, and when we started having our two boys are young yet, so they keep us busy. So we have lost a little bit of time to do anything with this perennial garden. But yeah, the wife put her foot down and made me move the stuff back here, so we can actually get up and down the steps of the deck. One of the other things I wanted to talk about real quick is with the radish plants, I had a little problem with worms chewing at all the leaves, and come to find out that it was cabbage worms. At first, when I looked them up, I thought they were a type of army worm. And I guess reading some of the things on the internet, that became a little bit of a scary topic. But then I found out after sending some photos to our local county department, the name escapes me, but they verified that it was a cabbage worm. So I just had to go to the local store and buy some BT, they said. The funny thing was, as soon as I bought the BT, the cabbage worms disappeared. So now the only thing I'm fighting with is some Japanese beetles. So anyway, I know it's been a while since I made an update, but Hope y'all enjoy it. So far things are looking fairly decent. I'm waiting for that okra to come in and pick so we can figure out if I'm going to fry it or can it or pickle it. So you all have a good week, and talk to you soon.